everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on how to maximize your donations with your donation page, which probably would be on your website or something. We have run this webinar a few times in 2022, had a lot of great feedback and participation. So again, this is a live critique. So for everyone joining, welcome. I would encourage you to just drop in the chat when we get there. There will be a portion for the live critique. So if you have a donation form that you would like to have critiqued today by yours truly, I would encourage you to drop that link in the chat anytime today, and I'll add it to our queue. And we'll be going through some donation forms, and we'll see what everybody has, what everybody's using. So I'm super excited to see everybody's forms. Thank you, Haley. Let me grab this. So I'm going to be continuously adding these to my queue, so don't mind me if I'm a little delayed here with my navigation, but yeah, I'm super excited to have everybody here. Again, welcome everybody who just got here. This is a CauseVox webinar. We are focusing on donation forms and pages and landing pages today. All of the great stuff that you do to generate website donations. Thank you for those who are submitting your donation forms. I'm adding them to my queue right now. Just a little bit of a heads up, we will be going through some best practices first, and then we will dive into your forms. And so thank you to Haley, Chloe, and Cody. These are looking amazing, first of all. So I'm super excited to get to this part of the webinar today. A little bit of housekeeping. This webinar is being recorded as always, and you will be getting the slides as well. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks, Terry. Okay, I'm adding yours to our queue here. So it looks like we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4 fantastic donation forms. Yes, so basically, Jackie, this is going to be a webinar talking about first best practices for maximizing your donations online. And then we're going to have a portion of today's webinar where I will be critiquing your own donation form or landing page so you can get some feedback on your own website donation form. So if you want me to review it, you can drop it in the chat. You can send me the URL to your live donation form on your website. And I'll add it to our queue so that we can sort of talk about, the pros, the cons, all those good things. Cool. So yeah, thanks to those who have submitted theirs so far. I'm super excited to get to that soon. We have a great group of everyone here joining us. So yeah, please feel free to drop in your name, where you're from, your organization, and we can get started in just a few minutes. If you have any questions throughout today's webinar, I would encourage you to put your questions in the Q&A, since we're going to have the donation forms and some talk, some chatting happening in the chat section. So it's just so I don't miss your questions, you can put those in the Q&A. All right. So hello to Deborah and Gopal. Awesome. I'm so excited to have you all here. Yes, Terry from Encounters with God Ministry Incorporated. So excited to have everyone here today. All right, so I'm going to continue through our slides for now as we wait for everybody to join. I just have a couple introductory slides for CauseVox. Again, my name is Jenna Notar Francesco. For those of you who don't know me, I am an account executive at CauseVox. So I help organizations with getting up and running with their fundraising. So, I hear what their goals are, what they have, what their plans are for fundraising, and then I apply our products to their goals, and we strategically work out how they can run fundraising on CauseVox, either through donation forms and pages on their website, or peer-to-peer and crowdfunding, or event ticketed programs, pretty much anything. Today we're focusing on the donation form for all of your website donations, and it's going to be a really great time. I'm super excited. So again, just an overview of CauseVox. CauseVox is a best-in-class online fundraising company. We help you run all of your online digital fundraising, from donation forms and pages to campaigns, ticketing, peer-to-peer, all in one place. We offer one-on-one support and onboarding with real people like me. And we also offer top-rated education in the form of guides, templates, webinars like this one, and also courses that you can find on our blog. So again, with our donation form, we basically just remove any clunky software, and we remove the need for you to have multiple platforms to do your digital fundraising. You can just do it all in one place and funnel all the funding through one platform. It's super easy. For donation forms, we're going to talk today about what makes a great donation form for all of your online payments. Part of those, part of that is what's listed here, having multiple mobile wallets like Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, PayPal, ACH, offering different donation types, which we do offer on our form, as well as automated receipting and customized options. So if you need a donation form, or you need a landing page, maybe you need a peer-to-peer site, whatever you need, we do have those products available for you. So you can stop by our schedule a demo page, and you can book you can just sign up for one of our recorded demos. I recorded one for you guys. It's about 13 minutes long. Or you can book a live demo with me. You can also email me at jenna@causevox.com. We can set up a one-on-one time real quick. We could talk about how we can help you with your donation form. And if you'd like to subscribe to more information, you can subscribe to our free resources on our blog at causevox.com/blog. All right, that's my little intro. And thank you, Jackie from Phoenix. So you support adults with disabilities in Minnesota. That's amazing. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your donation form. Let me copy that over. Sorry, I will be going back and forth as people send me their forms, so just bear with me here. I'm just adding Jackie's to the queue. All right, I'm back. And Haley, thank you. I did also receive your form as well. Okay, so let's get started on best practices. Okay, so what is the problem that we're looking to solve for? Maybe it's that people are not making donations on my donation page. I have a form on my website, but nobody's making donations. There are a couple of reasons why. But the impact of this problem is huge, right? The impact of the problem is lukewarm fundraising results, donors that don't return, and there are more and more fires to fight. So we have to go on a journey to determine what will make the donors stay, what will help bridge the gap between your needs for the fundraising and a donor's interest in donating. So today, again, as I had outlined, we are going to be going through best practices of the donation pages. We will discuss the new trend in online donations, which we've reviewed a couple times, but it could be a nice refresher today. And then we're going to dive into the live critique of your forms with an optional Q&A at the end. All right, so here's just a breakdown in the time frame. I'm going to try to stick to this time. But yeah, we're running about 45 minutes to an hour. So I hope you can sit back, relax, grab a drink and coffee or something, have a snack and enjoy. So here's what we're talking about. Basically, we talk about a lot of times in CauseVox is the integration between fundraising and marketing, right? Before today's day and age where everything's like online, fundraisers had the job of just fundraising and marketers had their job of marketing. But what we see is that sometimes organizations that, don't have dedicated teams for marketing per se, there might be like a bit of a miss in the integration of the two, where the organization solution is what's easy for the org as well as what fits in the budget, but it does not really address the marketing component, what really is impactful for a donor. So we have this sort of anti-donor state where the organization is not considering what's most helpful for a donor to convert online. It's really just organization focused. Well, we want to consider the donor in the donation process. So we want to move to a more donor-centric sweet spot where you can consider what is easy for the donor and also compelling for the donor. So not just easy for the org and budget and only budget friendly for the org, but also considering the donor. So you have to ask yourself, is it worth the work to increase the fundraising results? Is it worth the work of transitioning from what you used to use, whatever model, maybe it's an older model of fundraising or reaching out to donors? Is it worth it to maybe modify your approach in order to increase fundraising results? That's a question you have to ask yourself. That being said, we'll dive into some of the best practices now. Okay, now all of these best practices are going to fit into either one or both of the easy or compelling categories, right? That is that a Venn diagram? Oh goodness, I don't remember my schooling. But yeah, the convergence of the easy and compelling options for the donors. So we have number one, be visible. This is an easy aspect of the donor-centric model. So this is an easy part. Just make sure they can see the donation form or button as soon as they get to your landing page, right? As soon as they get to your homepage, it needs to be visible. 30%, there was a 30% increase in donations when button color changed from gray to red. So this is saying, not only does the donor need to see where it's located on your homepage, but it might also help to use a contrasting color to color for the button itself. So you can play around with complementary colors within your organization's branding. Yeah, so if you have blue and yellow, if the bar is blue, then maybe your donate button is yellow, etc. But yeah, vibrant colors are helpful to color your donation button and make it pop from the rest of the navigation on your homepage. Here are the benefits. For your donors, it's easy for them to find and navigate to where they can contribute, right? They're not searching and scouring through a bunch of information on your website with potential deterrence. Instead, they see it, they can go there quickly, make the donation and get out. Or make the donation and continue to browse your site. But if they're in a hurry, they might just want to donate and then move on. For the benefit for your organization is that it increases the number of potential donors reaching your form. At least they can see it. At least they've seen where they have to go. Okay. Number two, be branded or storied. Now this is in the compelling bucket. So not only do they need to see how they can make the donation easily, but after they have that initial intent, they're going to need to be compelled to give, maybe even more than it took for them to just get on your site to take a look. So this is where you can keep the donor interest engaged. Donors are 70% more likely to give again if they gave on a branded donation page the first time. So if you have your story really defined clearly, and your vision, mission is laid out, the impact is laid out, they know who you are. They have a sense of what your organization does. It's very clear to them. So the clearer you can communicate and the more compelling language you can have, the better. So Kristen Elliott, who is the director of development at Hawkwatch, says, make sure you include a value proposition on your donation page. Don't assume the person who landed there has been convinced to give yet, right? It's not over till it's over, right? That whole phrase. It's like, you got to make sure you close the deal, but yeah, so provide a value proposition to compel the donor to say, you know what, yes, this is somewhere I want to invest, something I want to invest in, people I want to invest in. Taylor Adachi, the Associate Executive Director at Carousel Ranch, who has been one of our customers for such a long time and is incredible with her marketing, says that my number one tip is to have consistent branding across all your fundraising. This way, your audience will remember and know who you are year after year. And so, yeah, the content is king, and especially is king here in fundraising. So, in terms of your branding, your content, your story, we do have other webinars that discuss more in depth how you can quickly create your content and your branding using, new AI tools that helps you kind of craft language faster. It gives you sort of an idea of where to work with the right tone of, inspiring tone, marketing tone. But you want to be aware of this idea of being branded and storied to compel and convince your donors that this is a valuable place to donate to. Benefits of taking time to invest in your story. It increases the level of trust and increases memorability with your donors. And for your organization, it will most likely increase the conversion and retention rate because they have a vested interest in the work of your organization. Number 3, use descriptive tiers. This is in the easy and compelling bucket because it's super easy to put on a donation form, and it adds a level of, a compelling aspect to the donation process. 68% of donors agree that knowing how their donation makes an impact is important to their gift, right? Like, I don't want to just give $100 somewhere if I don't think I'm going to be making any change. But if the donor, the donor has philanthropic goals and aspirations, and so does your organization. And so if you can match those two together and clearly define how their aspirations will be achieved by their donation, they will definitely want to do that because you'll be helping them achieve their goals. So if you can define the impact that's going to be made with the gift right on the form, that's going to be your bread and butter. Okay, so here's just an example of a donation form on CauseVox, right? We have the donation values. That's like step 1, right? You don't want to just have a donation form with a blank box, $0, that's it. It leaves your donors confused, right? What am I going to give? I don't know. How much should I don't even know what does it cost for anything? Don't give them any room to question how much they need to give. How helpful. Sometimes they don't want to give, one of the suggested amounts, but at least give them some parameter to start with, give them an idea, some suggestions, right? And so typically we suggest taking your average donation value, maybe put that in the middle. We have on CauseVox, it's around $100 is the average gift. So, put that value and then do maybe 2 values above that, 2 values below that, and you have your suggested donation tiers. Now, on top of that, you can add that line of text of description to tie the donation to impact. What does my $35 provide or do? And you can get creative with how this is. You can also do sort of like title-based, sort of like sponsorship tier-based things. That's usually helpful for recurring gifts, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, definitely recommended the descriptive tiers. Alice Lasad, the CEO of Meat Fight, says, my number 1 tip is to show donors what their money is going to do to help people. Connecting donors to impact is what drives our success in fundraising, right? Because it's all about the type of change people want to make. So please make it clear to them. Kamar Walford the senior director at KN Walford Consultancy, says, my number one tip, being clear about how the money will be used to change lives. Again, time after time, it's about changing lives, and donors want to see the change that they're making. Benefits for your donors. They can choose giving amount easily and feel they're making an impact. And for you, it will help to increase the gift size because you are going to sort of guide and direct them toward a suggested gift level. Number 4, offer recurring donations. This is super easy. Just add the donation type to your donation form. Recurring donors give 42% more annually than one-time donors. Yes, so being able to attract and retain recurring donors is super important for an organization, a nonprofit. Yeah, somebody who donates once is, I can't remember the exact statistic, but it's like astronomical amount to, the amount that a one-time donor is going to give again. But recurring donors are so much more likely to stay engaged with you because they've committed to long-term giving. So you want to be able to offer this as an option, and it helps you to have a more, it's a, what am I trying to say? It is a guaranteed income year round, right? You have it coming in year round. So definitely try to offer recurring donors a recurring gift option on your form. Oh, there's the retention rate. I did put it in the slides. Amazing. Recurring donors have a 90% retention rate as opposed to the 46% for one-time donors. That's exactly what I was talking about. Retention rate. They are the ones that are, going to be most committed. So definitely try to focus on them. Bonus, hey, offer pledge donations. What? I don't know how many of you are familiar with pledge donations, but they're amazing. Just got to say that. They're amazing because they do exactly what I want to do anytime I have to pay for like a large ticket item. They break my payments down into monthly or annual payments, so I can commit to a very large gift. Like I bought appliances for my apartment and they were $1,600. Okay. That's too much for me, but I was able to pay it off in monthly payments, right? Great for, any everyday purchase, great for donors. So definitely offer pledges. It's easy and compelling. They can commit to a very high donation value. 2,500, 20,000, 100,000. Just kidding. I mean, I don't know. It depends on the level of your organization, what your donor, network looks like. But you can allow them to have control over a very high giving amount and then allow them to pay it off in manageable payments over time. They're only paying $41 per month. Anybody can pay $41 per month, maybe. I don't know. Give it a try. 63% of donors would give higher amounts through pledge donations, obviously, because it's not a one-time gift. They don't have to give all their money away. It's financed. So who doesn't love a finance option? Come on. All right. Benefits. The donor can commit to large to them gifts that fit their budget. And your organization will increase gift frequency and gift size. It's a win-win. And on CauseVox, you can, do automated pledges, and it's a set it and forget it for your donor, right? They process the first installment and then it's charged to their card every month or every year until the gift is fulfilled. Super easy. And you'll be able to track all that in the back end. You can also do offline pledges with us in case your donor wants to, submit it with cash or check. But again, today we're focusing on online. Number 5, enable mobile wallets. This is easy because it comes with the donation form on CauseVox, at least. 54% of consumers have used a mobile wallet to make a payment. I mean, have you used anything else to make your payments online? Mobile wallet. Yeah. I mean, Venmo. Yes. Google Pay, Apple Pay. Yes. PayPal. Yes. I mean, all of these things. Yes, yes, yes. If every other business is using it, I would say nonprofits should too. 50% estimated growth in mobile payments from 2020 to 2025. Yep. And growing and growing. So like on the CauseVox form, we give the donor many options. We give them up to 5 options for a one-time gift. And I think there's like 3 for a recurring gift. So PayPal and Venmo will process one-time gifts. And then Stripe, which has the credit card, debit card, ACH bank transfer, and the safe payment method of Google Pay, Apple Pay, that will be able to process one-time, recurring, and pledge gifts. So give them some choices. Everyone wants like a lot of options these days. And so I don't know, I think donors should have it too, but that's just me. I don't know. Okay, Shasa Bashoff, the National Development Manager at Bladder Cancer Canada, says, I recommend making your donation page user-friendly with mobile capabilities. Yes, and here's the thing, you know, we want more recurring gifts and pledge gifts. I did a pledge webinar. I had the stat, but basically the essence is, first of all, ACH bank transfer is a lower processing fee than Stripe is for credit and debit. Anyway, it's a 0.8% versus the 2.2% plus 30 cents. So right off the bat, ACH bank transfer is a lower processing fee for the organization. Number 2, donors, high level donors that are processing $2,000 and up, or, you know, 100 to 100,000, right? They want direct to their bank account. That's what I've seen. I don't know why. It's just more secure. It's safer. They like it. It's easier. So highly encouraged to offer, you know, Google Pay, Apple Pay for those quick process gifts, ACH bank transfer for your pledge and recurring donors. You know, Venmo is getting really popular. So, you know, Venmo on the CauseVox form is available to all US Venmo account users. Same thing with the bank account, all US bank accounts. So that's really cool though. And I would highly recommend trying to add it to your form. All right, benefits again. They can give on any device. It's quick, it's seamless, and it's, you know, time saving. For you guys, the organization, you will definitely increase conversions. Okay, so we have 5 top best practices. Be visible, be branded, use tiers, and offer recurring and pledge, and have mobile wallets. I mean, it seems like a lot. It is 5, but it's like it's like not that hard though. Really, it's not. All right, that's it. So we're gonna dive into the throwdown. I will just pause for 2 minutes for those who have joined us. I am going to be live critiquing anybody's donation landing page or form. So if you have your donation form handy, you can chat in the URL. In the meantime, I'm gonna start sharing these pages. All right. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know where I am. And just chat me in and let me know if I missed yours, but we're going to go through this and apologize if I mispronounce anything. I'm sorry. Okay, great. So this is a landing page. I would love to see something. This is the donation landing page. Okay. Thank you for being a Nashia donor. Nashia is a volunteer membership organization that operates on a very modest budget. All support, regardless of size or the type, makes a difference to organizations. I'm just reading through this a little. Fill out the form below to donate today. Be a Nashia donor today. Be a leader. Be a leader and change. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm a little like confused because I don't know exactly which. Would you like this donation to support a certain mission? So we have some mission options in honor of many Maria. That's good. And then we have this amount option. So I'm guessing I just sort of like fill in the amount and then submit. Okay. Okay, cool. And then I put in my card information. Cool. Yeah, I like how, okay, so here's like definitely the pros. I like the idea of like separating it out into a leader in support, a leader in change, a part of legacy. So I'm guessing these are like different funds that a donor can donate to, right? I think that's probably it, right? I don't know if yes, different funds. Cool. I guess like I would love to see more of like a one place, like one central form and then sort of like delineate it on the form, or maybe, I don't know. I guess I sort of like to see like the form itself first, because I wasn't sure if I wasn't sure which one to click on. And also like the word submit was not clear to me either, if I was like just filling out a form or if I was actually processing a donation. I mean, yes, it does say fill out a form. Yeah, I would maybe like consolidate or like, maybe consolidate, also maybe like at least give some of the descriptive tiers too. That's usually helpful so that people can, make an educated decision on how much to give. Gives them something to start with. I love, what I do love is I love that I don't have to log in as a member to donate. At least I don't think so, right? I don't have to log in and be a member, but I can donate with just my name and email. That's awesome. What the other thing that's awesome is that you do provide your information for checks, making checks available for people. I also love that as well. Like there are people who really just want to send in cash or check. So I like that you have that listed here. And I like this little like why section. I like that there's like explanation around the form. I didn't go to your main landing page, but like your home page and how I navigate to this page. But again, I would just say I was just a little puzzled by like the terminology on the button, and like sort of like the separation, like the different sections. I didn't know like which one I had to choose from. Maybe just some things to think about. But all in all, like it's here, it's available, it's easy because it's fast. Like there's only like 4 fields to fill out, which is great. The only other thing I would say, other than the descriptive tier and the consolidation somehow, is consolidate, but you can consolidate onto one form and allow them to choose which fund they can donate into. That's possible, so I just wanted to say that. So other than consolidation, descriptive tiers is just like, giving more mobile wallet options. That would be those are the 3 things I would say. But other than that, it looks really clean on the page. It's very clear. Donate is very clear. Your explanation about why to donate is nice. I would just say, maybe any specifics about, what each amount will give to or will help affect change in, what the donation, what you need right now for your organization, what you're trying to do with the money is also helpful. So yeah, I really like this one though. It's a nice landing page. I'm just going to go to your website home screen. I think this is the home screen. See now, but the thing is what I'm saying here, I just want to make this clear again, like, I don't know where to go. Like if you didn't give me the donation link, okay, it's at the bottom. It's here. Whew. Okay, but can you put it at the top maybe? I mean, I would prefer it on the top, just saying. Like right where the member login is. should be your donate button. Okay. So just FYI on that. That would be my recommendation, but yeah, little things, but overall really nice, like layout, design, it's clean. Yeah, kudos. Next, lighthouse relief. Okay, so this is also the donation page, landing page for lighthouse relief. All right, we have the top, we have a nice compelling graphic, okay, because this is the donation form landing page, the donation landing. So I'm kind of curious what your organization is about with this graphic with a caretaker and a child. Then we have help provide safe harbor for people seeking refuge in Greece. Okay, now I know more specifically what this is about. Okay, this is great. Love this. Your gift provides 200 euros houses a single mother and her children. $100 transports kids from camps to sports activities. 50 euro, okay, buys supplies. I love the breakdown of each monetary value and what that will do to make a change. This is nice too, like saying, oh, like monthly gifts help to support international protection, to rebuild lives. I really like this landing page because of the, the direct form is, it's here at the center of the page. There's nothing else to sort of, get distracted by, but yeah, also what the gift provides is laid out. I would say the only difference that you could make is just like applying the description right on the donation form if you want. And I think also with this one, there's no pledge option on I think this is donor box. Yeah. I don't know if they offer pledge, and I think they only offer, oh no, they offer bank transfer. Okay, cool. So it looks like you have mobile wallets. I would say the only difference maybe, they're gonna have me fill that out. Maybe just find, if you can add descriptions to your tiers, and if you can add pledges, that's cool too. Where are we sending the links to our websites to? Oh, you can drop them in the chat, Kim. Thanks. And I'll add it to the queue. Deborah, I'm not sure. Oh, Kim. Oh, Kim, you already dropped it in the chat. I will add yours. Okay. Yeah, cool. So, I mean, again, I like this landing page because we have like some compelling graphics. We have descriptions on the impact and one donation form. That's kind of nice for me. Yeah, and also this video is nice as well. You know what else I would say in terms of the story, like the branded story thing, right? Like we have a story happening right here on the slideshow. It's in the form of a slideshow. You're telling a story that way. You can also do like testimonials. Like if you have a quote from somebody, or if you have like a short snippet, like impact story from an individual that, or a group of people that you want to lay out somewhere, having a person's testimony is also very compelling. That's something you might want to consider. But I think overall, really nice form as well. Thanks. Nice. We have a pop-up here. Okay. She's the first. Hello again. Yeah, my roommate from college, Kristen, used to do graphic design for She's the First so many years ago. What was it? 10 years ago? 12, 10 or 11 years ago. Love this. Okay, so this was what I was saying last time. It's actually exactly what I was describing in the best practices part, right? It looks like their branding is like this teal color and white, or maybe teal and yellow. And then they're using the contrasting color for the button of the donate form. So I love that. I love, we have one line of description to what the donation provides. I would like to see a little bit more specifics personally, especially since they're not being listed on the donation tiers. That's my preference. You can put it next to here, you know, as Lighthouse did, or you can find a form that allows you to add the description right to the tier. Again, it looks like one time monthly. You might want to, you know, find a place for those pledge options. Yeah, but it looks like, you know, this is a, you know, one form, pretty simple. It looks like there's a lot of fields. How did you hear about us? Additional comments. Subscribing to mailing, that's standard, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a great layout. Looking for other ways to give. We accept stock, cryptocurrency, and more. Nice. You also have your check address. Nice. We put your dollars to work. Yeah, I like all of these additional financial details. I think that's definitely important, especially the charity navigator. Yeah. Maybe even move the charity navigator. No, yeah, charity navigator 4 stars, good there. I would say just maybe somewhere at the top, just put something with the impact or something about a testimonial or something about a story. Put your narrative. I would say the storied aspect is missing a little bit on this page, but other than that, like visibility is there, you know, the form is fine, you know, for your different tier selections. The mobile wallets, I'm not sure what's available on DonorBox, but as long as you have some mobile wallets, I think you're good to go. All right, Encounters with God Ministry. We have, I'm just going to go here first. Yeah, I love the graphic here. And I like that your donate button is right at the top, very clear. All right, so then we have a header image with a cross is always lovely. And donate, I would say this is a good start. I would say maybe just to take some tips from the best practices in the storied component, the storied piece. We want to make sure that this landing page is branded, is storied, is compelling. On top of that, you might want to consider using a form instead of a linked PayPal, because it redirects them off the page. Right now, it's directing them to PayPal specifically, whereas if you were using a dedicated donation form from a fundraising platform, it would keep the processing right on your website instead of, you know, moving to the PayPal screen. So I would suggest, you know, converting to having one that can be embedded onto your website. And yeah, you have some suggested giving tiers, which is nice. Our mission is to facilitate and encourage encounters with God. Thank you for spreading the word. Yeah, again, this is a great start. I would just ask that you could maybe specify a little bit more in what does each donation value offer, like what kind of impact is the donor making specifically. You know, how do you facilitate, how do you encourage these encounters with God? If it's with an item or with a service, can you explain that? Can you explain the type of impact that you've already made? Has anybody had an encounter with God, and what was that encounter like? So if you could maybe put some more explanation on the page, as well as a dedicated donation form, I think you would definitely see some new traffic and conversion generated, right? Yeah, because I love all of like the equipping and the faith-based language and the verses here for encouragement on the homepage. This is critical, definitely. But also maybe incorporating some of that on your donation page. Thank you for letting us look at your website today, Terry. All right, moving on to our next Phoenix residents. Celebrating the Phoenix residents in 40 years. This is the donate landing page, I'm guessing. We have coronavirus updates here. Cool. I'm just gonna navigate a little bit myself. So this is homes. I don't know if this is the home page or no, this is the home page. A little bit of a trick there. Home and homes. Yeah. So yeah, so donate is separate up here, which is nice. I just want to say that like there's a little bit of a competition happening here in terms of your design. Right? You have a read more on coronavirus updates right next to your donate button. Then we have a clashing tone, a little bit of an orange and red, but yeah, I would say yes to your donate button, at least for sure, because it is within it looks like your logo branding, right? And we also have a donate pop-up over here. I don't know if that makes a difference. I think it takes us both to the same place. Yeah. I would say, you probably only need one donate button option. I would recommend just using one centralized donate button just to eliminate any confusion. You could choose either the side one or the top. All right, so let's look at the landing page here. We have a graphic. It's sort of interesting, intriguing, makes me want to read more. Thank you for your donation. Please remember your gift is tax deductible to the extent allowed by law as Phoenix residents. We encourage you to consider becoming a sustaining donor through monthly or annual donation gifts. Consider including the plan giving efforts. Yeah, this is great. Thank you for this thank you message and support. This is through Blackbaud. So I would say with this one, okay, so this one is missing. I love how it's embedded, right? It's embedded. It's using your branding colors. It's visible. Okay, it's embedded and visible and branded. Some of the things that I would say to improve might be, again, the storied element. It seems like the storied element is missing from some pages. You can, I don't want you to leave any donations on the table, right? So we want to compel and convince our donor based on matching and aligning their goals with your goals. Can you explain to them right on the page, either on the page next to the form or on the form directly, what specifically their gift is going to do? And can you tell them that they are making the change? And can you provide a story about how you've already made change in the lives of individuals? All right, that's number one, the story. Number two, the form, doesn't have designated tiers at all. So you are putting the onus on the donor to come up with a number for their gift. So yeah, I would say this could be optimized a little bit more. Just, in the sense that you could add those descriptive tiers, you could add those mobile wallets as well, just for a little bit of a faster flow for the donor. And again, really emphasizing the difference that they're making. But yes, thank you so much for submitting this today. All right, let me go back and check on our chat and Q&A because I have to get Kim's here. Let me answer some questions. Is the request to specify if the donation is one-time, monthly, or annual considered a pledge recurring? Okay, so one-time gifts are just one-time gifts. They process that one time, that's it. Monthly or annual usually refers to a recurring gift that has no end, right? They're just going to say, I'm just going to give every month until I say so, right? There's no like intentional gift value. The difference with a pledge is that the pledge has an intended value and they are going to fulfill that value over the course of X number of monthly gifts or X number of annual gifts. So you would know if the form was a pledge form because it would say pledge, not just monthly or annual. The pledge will determine monthly or a specific number of months or annual payments, but there's a delineation there. Sorry, I'm getting back to Kim now. I'm coming. Here we are. We're here. We are so here. Thanks for sticking with me, folks. We're almost done, I promise. Yeah, no problem. All right. Alameda Point Collaborative. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This looks like the homepage. I'm on the homepage, I think. Awesome. So we have home, we have about, we have donate, clear. It's clear. I think, yeah, it's clear enough. I always like to have it on like a contrasting color button, but it's definitely there. It's visible enough. So I'm just going to click on the donate. Okay, so it brings me to another click to donate option. Thank you very much. Alameda Point Collaborative is a nonprofit organization that operates with the assistance of donations. APC and the residents appreciate all contributions. Life persistent and most urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That is a nice and compelling quote. Thank you for including Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s quote here. Let me click and see what happens. Oh, it brings you to our CauseVox form. Okay, so right off the bat, I want to say I will work with you. We actually updated our form. So I think you might be working with our old layout, but we have a new form. It looks like this. Okay. And it does have descriptive tiers if you want it. But yeah, I will help you transition your old form, Kim. But basically you could do something like Res Refuge did, where they embedded it right on the page. So we do have these landing, like you can use the form as its own landing page, but it will be linked to your website. Whereas if you take the code that we provide, Kim, and you put it in your HTML, you'll be able to embed it directly onto your website. So the donor doesn't have to be redirected to a linked page. They can stay right on your website. This is just one example of another CauseVox user. And they put the form right on the page. You can see they have a title, a subtitle. They ended up using a non-descriptive tier option, but they have a very short form. That's their style, and they are including postal. Sorry, my internet is like struggling to survive here. And then they have like the credit card, debit card, Google Pay, Apple Pay, and ACH bank transfer. So they have an embedded form directly. I would say for your donation landing page, oops, back here. I would say to put it right on this landing page, Kim, and I can work with you. We can work together to getting it embedded, but you can embed it right here. Right, in place of the thank you very much, you can move the thank you very much, or maybe you can keep it on the top. You can put the form below right here, but you can keep the form right on your page. Definitely recommended. Let me go here and look at your tiers. So you're accepting one-time and monthly gifts. You can also add a pledge option with CauseVox. So you can add that pledge option. But I love your tiers. I love the description here. It's specific. And I can choose exactly what I want my gift to do, right? So yes, yes, and yes, and yes. Yeah, and then you're including postal, Google Pay, Apple Pay. Yes, you'll want to get on the new form because you can accept more mobile wallet options. You can do PayPal, Venmo, credit card, debit card, Google Pay, Apple Pay, and ACH bank transfer. So definitely email me. I want to work with you on getting our new form because this is an older version. But yeah, this is all great. I would say once you get it on this page, it's good to go. Kylie, I see you. I will add this to our queue. Guiline, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name correctly. I'm sorry. Guiline. I'm sorry. Juline. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm like reading these names and I don't know how to pronounce all of them, but it is challenging to read that lime green against the pink. Yeah, I would say the color option here would probably need to be adjusted as well. Terry, need to go. Thank you for your experience. Thank you, Terry, for coming. I'm sorry if I missed you on the goodbye salutation here. Let me just put this one more. We have another, we're running up to time, but I want to try to get everyone in. Let's see, Q&A. Any recommendations for getting more people to sign up for recurring donations? We don't have trouble getting one-time donations, but not many recurring donations. That's a good question. Yeah, I would say, first of all, you can put it on the form. Some of our organizations do like dedicated recurring campaigns, right? So they sort of strategize with the amount that they're looking for, like maybe to complete a certain project. And then they craft language around that, and they might have like a dedicated form and campaign just to generate recurring gifts. Another way is to sort of, like just to like create a recurring gift program and like have incentives for recurring donors that way. But yeah, getting it on a form at all is the first start, the first step. And then maybe like crafting language and again, just reiterating the type of change and the difference of the type of change that a recurring giver can make versus a one-time gift, right? This is a sustainable gift. This is something that they're sustaining the change in the life of whomever. And you could do a dedicated recurring campaign to generate some leads and to generate some gifts. And then also you can, just creatively incorporate that into your email marketing and your outreach year round. I hope that sort of answered your question. Okay, we're going to get to the last one. And then I know it's 2 o'clock here Eastern, and I'm sorry for keeping us a little longer. Head Rice School, Scholarship, Diversity, Citizenship. Giving. So this is like pretty clear. Up to you if you want to say giving, donate. Up to you. It's enough. Ways to give, recurring giving. See, like theirs is separated out with a separate, it looks like it's a separate, let me take a look. Recurring giving. So it looks like you're using like a separate dedicated monthly gift donation form. Yeah, sustained impact through power of recurring gift. I think the biggest thing that I've seen in all of these is that there's like this idea of like general language, make a lasting impact, unlock opportunity. Like I need specifics, like I want to see specifics. I don't need specifics. I would like to see specifics, everyone. Like some of these past examples that we've seen. Please define, what the gift does specifically and provide evidence of your work as well. But yes, this is a embedded form, very clear, very clean, very easy to read. I don't know the amount of mobile wallets that are available on this form. There's only 2 options here. I would probably suggest seeing more. Also, monthly gifts should be lower in value than one-time gifts. So you might want to give some monthly amounts between 25 and 100, or even less than 25. Usually it's like 15 to, 75, right? Because they're giving it every month. It depends on your donor base, but you might want to just provide some more options if you can on this form. I'm not familiar with the specific donation form, this platform, but it looks like they have dedication, honor or memory of, that's great. Employee match, that's great. Selecting a specific fund, that's great. And then we continue. Oh, they're making me, oh, the billing address isn't required. Okay, I mean, I wasn't able to go through the whole thing, but it looks like it's like, yeah, I love like the design, the layout, very clean. It has some nice options here for the donor in addition to what we've like highlighted. I would just, I keep hounding on the storied thing and like the impact that the donor is making on the gift value. I also would say like short forms are easiest and simplest for mobile donors. Like if they're doing it right on their form, you don't want a form that has like a lot of steps. So just try to keep that in mind too. But yeah, overall, I like this recurring gift. Ways to give. It looks like there's another section here. I don't know how I feel about by check, Visa, MasterCard, secure online giving. What is this? Okay, so like here's another like provide rigorous inspired academic, provide tuition assistance for 1 in 4 of our students, offer robust programs and more. One-time gifts, recurring. Oh, but you have recurring gifts over here. Okay, I would like to see this more centralized since you broke it out. You broke it out into like, you know, the recurring donor section on another plate, you know, right in your giving options. Can you, I don't know, can you just have like one place where you offer recurring gifts? You do have some different giving options here for monthly, one time. Yeah, and you have different values for the one time versus the recurring. Oh, this is a classy form. Okay, well, you have mobile wallets. Okay, this is what you do have. You do have a good description here. It looks like this is not on your website. It looks like this is linked to your website. Is that correct? I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a lot of text on the form, but I do love this. Dedicate your donations, help us do this, XYZ. That's great. I think, again, I always love to see like what each amount does. Like, what does the 5,000 do versus like the 1,800 versus the 100 versus the 25? That's what I love to see. I don't know, maybe it's me. I would also, again, love to see like a story of like the impact that you've already made. But I love that. I mean, it's a good form. It looks like you have a lot of information here though. I would try to like only select the most critical pieces of information that you want to gather from your donor. Questions. This is fine. Q&A for your donors. I think that's fine. I might, yeah, because this is a classy form. I don't know if you can move it, I would move it to the bottom maybe and like put something here about impact, like somebody's story maybe. Overall, yes, it's an embedded form. You have a lot of options here for your donors, especially with the mobile wallets, and that's key. Definitely key is the mobile wallets and the donation tiers and the impact on the donation tiers. So all in all, I think these are really wonderful and really great. I don't know if I was clear enough in like my explanation of what things confused me and what things I sort of wanted to see a little bit different, but just remember that a donor flow, like you want them to see it like in one place, you want them in and out, you want it easy and compelling, whatever you have to do to make it easy and compelling. Kim and everyone, my email address is jenna@causebox.com. If you want, we can talk one-on-one so I'm like less scatterbrained about everybody's donation form. But if you want more of like a dedicated one-on-one session, you can just email me and we can do like a quick consultation. But yeah, I think overall these donation forms are great. The goal is, again, just to get people in and feeling good about making change in people's lives, and being able to do it easily. Right, easily. So yeah, thank you so much. If anybody has any additional questions, please feel free to email us at support@causebox.com or my direct email, jenna@causebox.com. And I will also just pop in the link for, do I have it anymore? I have so many tabs open. I am so sorry. We have another webinar coming up, folks, and it is on supporter engagement. So everybody who's still on with me, I know I'm so late. It's here, supporter engagement. Here it is. It's a long link. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks, Kylie. Register for the supporter engagement workshop. It's coming up on July 6th. And also, again, if you want a demo, you can book one with me or the recorded here. Okay, thanks everyone. Email me and we'll talk soon. Have a great rest of your day.